Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be walking you through how I made some custom Twitch, like notification alerts, custom Twitch alerts. And a couple things you'll need here. Probably mentioned it in the name of the video, but you'll need Photoshop and Adobe After Effects. And pretty much that's it. Well, you don't necessarily need Photoshop. You just need a picture making or a photo editing software where you can also draw on and then work from there. First things first though, you want to make your alert in two pieces, usually, for a starter. So I've got my little logo area, and then I've got the pant, which is gonna like shoot out to the right as the alert when the message pops up. So you really want to make sure that these two are separate. Once that's done, save it as a Photoshop document and then close it out, and you want to open After Effects. Opening After Effects here takes a second, but once you do so, it's getting there. I should probably redo my effects actually, because I now know a lot more about the stuff. But this is just a little intro, quick little video here, just so I can help you guys out if you wanted to learn how to do this. It's really simple. So once this loads in, okay, perfect. It's kind of, you'll see a lot here, and don't worry, it gets easier. You don't need to worry about all this stuff. So this thing, we don't even need this. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that can close. Give it a second though. Why is there a bunch of lines here? Whatever. Whatever. Okay, we're fine. Anyway, so there's a couple things here that you want to know. Okay, perfect. Whatever. That's fine. So this is the start of my timeline. There's nothing here. So basically, the first thing that you want to do is you want to drop in your two pieces, I guess, the logo and then the part that you want to move. So I've gotten both of those. So they'll pop in like this, okay? And you want to make sure your timeline is around 12 seconds, 12 to 14 seconds, because that's usually how long Twitch alerts last. So you want to make sure that it's that long. First thing that you want to do is you want to make sure there's what you want you want to know what you want your animation to be. So in this case, I wanted this P to shoot up with nothing on the screen, and then I wanted the jeans to come out after that. So how I did that was I selected the P, and then I made a keyframe of that. So at this point, at this point right here, this keyframe, this is where I want it to be completely non-moving. This is its final position. This is where it is. So make a keyframe by clicking this little stopwatch icon here, and then you drag it down, or sorry. Okay, so you made the keyframe. Perfect. And then you want to go back to the beginning where you want the animation to start, and you make another keyframe right there. And that's when you drag it down, and then it'll appear. So that means when you click play, it'll just move up like that. And then you'll notice that these keyframes aren't little diamonds. What you can do is you can select them both by you click on one, you hold shift on the other, and then you go to keyframe assistant, and then easy ease, which basically makes it so that they move more smoothly, not like a linear line, like a linear speed, but it's more like consistent like that, which is pretty much all I did. And then I added a little after effect anyway. So then once that landed, that's when that's the cue for the other part to move in. So I made a keyframe. I made a keyframe here. I clicked on this stopwatch. So you click on stopwatch, and then you drag. Oh, no, this is the wrong thing. So you okay. You clicked on this. So this is the point where you want it to rest. So then you you click your you click your stopwatch, and then you go back to where you want it to start, and then you drag it there. So it'll look like this on where you start, but then you drag it there. And if you can hold shift to make it straight, but you drag it there, and then when you click play, it'll just shoot on over. And that's pretty much the basics of it. So then you would have had your P shoot up, your logo shoot up, and then it'll pop up to the right. And then all you have to do is make sure that it lasts for the perfect amount of time. And then all you have to do is copy these two again, copy the keyframes on each, so on the P and on the the gene part, and then paste them over here. And then all you have to do is when you paste them is you go to keyframe assistant, and then you click time reverse keyframes. So when you have both of them selected, you just time reverse them, which means that it'll play in reverse, and then there you go. Then you'll have your animated things. Once you have your animated sequence, you're almost done. Now you need to figure out how to turn that into a GIF. So what I usually do is I go, you need to add it to a render queue. So you go File, and then where is it? Export, add to render queue. So when you do that, a bunch of screens will pop up right here. If this doesn't pop up right away, you see this is where the project is, and the right tab is where the render queue is. So then you'll see a couple things here. You'll see your output directory. This is where you want it to go. You'll see the mode. This is what you really want to change. So render settings are fine. Oh, this is completed. That's fine. Okay, so I could close you. So this is what we're looking at right here. You'll see this stuff. It'll say queued, output settings, render settings. So output settings, you want to click where you want it to go, of course. But most importantly, you want to go to render settings, and then you want to leave everything. Make sure that the duration is your correct time, which means that's all good. So you click OK. And then you want to go to your output mode, and you want to make sure that it's set to PNG sequence, and then post render action, nothing, but channel RGB plus alpha. This basically turns your animation into frames. So if it's 30 frames a second, it'll make it however long that is. So I don't know, 360 frames, 360 pictures, because it's 30 frames a second. And you want to click OK, and then you'll click render. So once it's all rendered, what you want to do is you want to go back to Photoshop, which I'll show right here. Once Photoshop loads back in, perfect. Then you want to go to all your PNGs. These are all my PNGs. You want to drag it into Photoshop so that it'll show this is your first layer, and it's all correctly dimensioned and everything. Then you want to go to image. Let me see. Is it image? No, it's not image. Where? Here we go. In layer, video layer, video layer, and then new video layer from file. So once you do that, then you want to navigate back to where your PNGs are, and then you want to select the next frame. So you know how we inserted the first one? I'll do the next one. Then you click open, and then your timeline will pop up. This basically is just a simplified version of the After Effects thing, which shows that your animation will pop up and then go away, just like that. So you want to make sure that your timing's all good, make sure that it's 12 seconds, and then on to saving. So what you can do is you can go to either to file, somewhere, whatever. All you have to do is just press Control, Shift, Alt, and S, which will bring it to save for web. So again, Control plus Shift plus Alt plus S brings it to save for web. What this does is it just turns it into a GIF, and then you can just select it for GIF, I guess. You can either mess around with a dither if you don't want to, which basically makes the file size smaller and lowers the quality, I guess. Make sure transparency is checked. If it's not, then it'll just be a white screen, a black screen, not the tiles, so your video won't be playing over it. Want to make sure it's on looping forever. Click save, and then when it's all said and done, you'll get your save file, which looks like this. Once you have this, you're almost there. So then you want to navigate to Streamlabs. Streamlabs. You want to log in. I'm just going to log in with Twitch because I'm already there. Okay, go to dashboard, whatever. Then you want to go to alert box. And then this is where you want to be. So you want to, if whatever animation you want it for, then you want to go to that navigated menu. So if you want it to be a follow, notification, subscriber, blah, blah, blah. You can do it for multiple, but for demonstrations, we'll just do follow because that's where this is. So you'll want to make sure that the text is on top of your media. And then once it plays, that'll play. So you'll want to go to change media, and then you want to upload your GIF into your media gallery. Then you click copy URL, and then boom, it's on. If you need to adjust anything as far as like font settings, you can do that in here. And if you need to move the location, if you want to like shift the font, you'll just change where is it? If you want to change it, you will just mess with the padding here and then the margins, and then yeah, if you want a more in-depth video of that, let me know. But if usually you don't want to mess with that, all you have to do is click save settings, and then you can click test follow, or if you're already in Streamlabs, just click test follow in Streamlabs right here, and then there you go, follow notification custom. Hopefully wasn't too bad of a video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.